Okay, so hello everyone. In this video, we will cover cryptography and network security. So, at first, we will discuss cryptography, and then in cryptography, we will discuss symmetric key and asymmetric key, and then we will discuss about firewalls and types of firewalls. What are the types of firewalls? Packet filtering and proxy firewalls. So, first, moving forward to introduction to cryptography. The topic is cryptography. Cryptography is a technique through which we can convert plain text to cipher text, and cipher text can be converted back to plain text again. Okay, now you must be thinking about the meaning of plain text and cipher text. Plain text is a message, okay, a normal message that anyone can read and understand. But cipher text is a secret message that anyone can read but cannot understand. Okay, the message can be seen but its meaning can never be understood. So why do we convert from plain text to cipher text? We use cryptography to achieve confidentiality. Okay, when we talk about network security, there's an important concept called CIA: confidentiality, integrity, and availability. The C in CIA stands for confidentiality. Confidentiality means that no one should be able to understand my message. If I am sending a message to a receiver sitting 1000 km away, someone might interrupt or intercept my message along through the way, okay, by hacking or some hijacking. But taking the packet doesn't mean they can read the data. If the person can read and understand the data, then confidentiality is breached. But if they can only trace the packet without understanding its contents, confidentiality is maintained. Okay, now the sender has to send a plain text message to the receiver. There's no dedicated wire on the internet. We don't have a dedicated line from, like, let's say India to California. We are using the internet, which is an unsecured medium. Any unauthorized person can intercept that message on unsecured channel. Here's where cryptography comes in. Okay, before sending the plain text, the sender uses an encryption method. In encryption, we use algorithm with a key, okay, like a lock we put on our houses. After applying encryption with this key, the plain text becomes cipher text, okay, which is a secret message nobody can read or understand. When we send that message on the unsecured channel, anyone can intercept it, but they are not getting the original message M, they are getting M dash, because we are not sending plain text as it is. Okay, we are sending it after converting it to cipher text. When the message reaches to the receiver, they decrypt it. So the sender does encryption, the receiver does decryption, and after decrypting, they read the plain text. Okay, now what is symmetric key cryptography? In symmetric key cryptography, we use the same key for both encryption and decryption. The sender and receiver always use an unsecured channel like the internet. Okay, there's no dedicated line between sender and receiver. If I am encrypting a message with key K1, I use symmetric key algorithm like DES, data encryption standard, triple DES, or AES, advanced encryption standard. Okay, now DES uses a 56-bit key, triple DES uses 192-bit, and AES uses 122 256 bits. Okay, a 56-bit key means 2 raised to power 56 possibilities exist. Okay, the sender encrypts the message with key K1, converting it to the cipher text and send it to the receiver. Okay, the receiver uses the same key1 for decrypting and convert it back to the original message. Okay, symmetric key is an easy method that came before asymmetric cryptography. The biggest challenge is a key exchange. Okay, just like a physical lock, if I lock something and leave, how will someone else unlock it? Okay, I can't leave the key with the lock, and I can't send the key along with the message because anyone could use that key to decrypt it. We use method like Diffie-Hellman for secure key exchange. This is used in real life encryption method for multiple devices. If we have 4 devices connected together, we need NC2 keys, okay, where N is the number of devices. Let's say for 4 devices we need 4C2 keys, means 6 keys. Now what is asymmetric key cryptography? In asymmetric key cryptography, also called public key cryptography, uses 2 keys, one public key and one private key. If we have a network where A and B want to communicate, both A and B generate their own public key and their own private key pairs. The relationship between these keys is special. Okay, if I encrypt a message with the public key, it can only be decrypted with the corresponding private key. Okay, if I encrypt with the private key, it can only be decrypted with the corresponding public key. The public key is known to everyone. It's either broadcast in the network or obtained from a trusted third party. Okay, the private keys is never shared with anyone. Let's examine the communication cases. Okay, if A want to send a message to B, now we are discussing case first. A encrypts with the A's public key. Okay, this won't work because only A's private key can decrypt it, so B can't read it. Okay, so B doesn't have A's private key, so B can't read it. Now in case 2, A encrypt with B's private key. This won't work because A don't know the A doesn't know B's private key. In case 3, A encrypt with A's private key. Okay, this won't work for confidentiality because everyone has A's public key and everyone can decrypt it. So the case 4, A encrypt with B's public key. This is the correct method. Okay, B can decrypt with B's private key. Okay, which only B possesses. We are only talking about encryption here. In case 4, we are seeing that A encrypt with B's public key. Everyone has B's public key in the network, and B has its own private key. So this is the correct method. B can decrypt it with the B's private key, which only B possesses. Now, the fundamental rule for encryption is always use the receiver's public key to encrypt the message. The receiver will decrypt it with their own private key. Now, RSA is a very important and secured asymmetric algorithm used in real life. Okay, developed by 3 scientists for key calculation with multiple devices. If we have n devices, we need 2n keys total. Okay, each device has one public and one private key. For 4 devices, let's say we will need 2n, 2 into 4, we will need 8 keys. Now moving forward to firewalls. A firewall is a device that can be hardware or software or a combination of both. Like, it monitors and controls incoming and outgoing traffic based on predefined rules. Think of it like security personnel at metro station who check all the bags. Okay, the firewall scans all the packets. Now it acts like a barrier similar to college gates. Okay, where everyone must enter through the main gate, enters for security scanning. Okay, we implement firewalls at the main gateways of our organization to scan packets before they enter our network. We have two types: host based firewalls, software running on individual machines like Windows firewall in our laptops and PCs also, and network based firewalls, dedicated hardware protecting entire networks. Now the firewall sits between the internet network, trusted private network with authenticated employees, and a external network. Okay, public internet full of threats and vulnerabilities. All packets from outside must pass through the firewall first. Now we will discuss types of firewall. The first type is packet filtering firewall. These works at layer 3 and layer 4 of TCP IP model. They check IP headers and TCP headers. Okay, like they can block specific IP address, block entire network, like block specific service like HTTP on port 80, FTP on port 21. Okay, we use a default allow policy, allow everything except what's specially mentioned in the denial rules. If we see example rules in our tables, there are something rules in entries. We will see that they can block source IP. Let's say the source IP is 179.24.80.0. They will block it in the list. The list you are seeing on the screen, they can block the particular IP. Okay, the source IP in 179.24.80.0 blocks one specific IP. Now they can also block network ID. In second case, we can see that like network is 152.32.0.0. It blocks the entire network. Now they can also block the source port. Okay, in third case, we can see that block source port 80 means they are blocking HTTP request. Now block destination IP. Destination IP 179.9.0.3 is blocked in this table. Okay, it blocks the access to specific internal server. And in the last case, we can see that block destination port 21 blocks FTP services due to security vulnerabilities. Now this is the work of packet filtering firewalls. Now what is proxy firewalls? Application gateways. Proxy firewalls works at layer 5, application layer, and perform deep packet inspection. Okay, they examine not just headers but also the actual data content. They can check username and password, like they can check scan for malicious keywords, verify user authentication, detect out sequence packet, provide session management. Now proxy firewalls offer protection against DOS and DDoS attacks. Okay, by identifying repeated requests from the same or different IP address and blocking them according to the predefined rules. Both types of firewalls are essential for network security, with packet filtering providing basic protection and proxy firewalls offering advanced deep level security through content inspection. Okay, now that's it for network security and cryptography. So let me tell you one thing: we have completed our computer networks playlist, but there could be some minor topics which are left. I will make them later for better understanding, but for now we can say that's it for this playlist. We will meet in next playlist. Until then, bye bye.